Incapaz de volar, aférrate a tus sueños, porque si los sueños se marchan, la vida es como un campo yermo, cubierto de escarcha. Hold fast to dreams, for if dreams die, life is a broken-winged bird that cannot fly. Hold fast to dreams, for when dreams go, life is a barren field frozen with snow.
Y después, nuestro amigo Edgar, también de HHS. Ready to read?
Hi, my name's Edgar. Hola, mi nombre es Edgar. I'm going to read my shortest food poem by Trinidad Sanchez Jr. Voy a leer mi poema a la comida más corta. Taco Bell is not Mexican food. Taco Bell no es comida mexicana.
So in the true poetry tradition, we can snap when they finish.
Escuchar de nuestros estudiantes de FMC. Now we're going to listen to students from Fitch Mountain. Ready? Mina Shuto.
I'm gonna read Sleeping Sardines. I'm tired of eating just beans, says I. So I opened a can of sardines. But they started to squeak. Hey, we're trying to sleep. We were all snuggled up tight till you let in the light. You big silly sap, let us finish our nap. So close up the lid. So that's what I did. Will somebody please pass the beans?
And next, after Mina, Alexis Naranjo Arias. Alexis.
I'm gonna read Love from Michelle Silverston. Ricky was ill, but he's home with the flu. Lizzie or O had some homework to do. Michelle E probably got lost on the way. So I'm all of love that can make it today.
And now from Club FMC, Preston.
My lucky number. If I found my lucky number, just imagine if I did. I'll win loads of every lottery. I'll be the richest kid. I'll buy myself a mansion and my mom a diamond ring. I'll buy my dad a lost stuff. My sister, not a thing.
And after Preston, we have Stephanie Bentley. And Stephanie is going to be reading from the poem that she wrote herself.
They say dreams are not thoughts, but they help you understand that on the darkest moments you might have hope. As you fly up to touch the stars, you find colors so bright, they spread like the wind and you like the wind. But as you see yourself in a colorful dream.
After Stephanie, we have Jimena.
Hi, my name is Jimena, and I will be reading There and There by Shel Silverstein. There is a polar bear in our refrigerator. He likes it because it's cold in there. With his seat in the meat, and his face in the fish, and his big hairy paws in the butter dish. He's nibbling the noodles. He's munching on the rice. He's slurping the soda. He's licking the ice. And he lets a roar if you open the door. And it gives me a scare to know he's in there. The polar bear in our refrigerator.
Great. Okay, y después de Jimena, we have Maite. Okay, we'll do it together. Maite and I were gonna do this together. She's gonna help me. She's gonna help me. We're gonna start in English. You ready?
Dream. Daddy, know what? Last night I saw a movie in my pillow.
Sueño. Papi, ¿sabes qué? Anoche vi una película en mi almohada. Yay! And now Sterling.
This is Standing Ovation by Sterling the Great. Give me a standing ovation. Oh, please give a standing ovation. Even if it's on the other side of the station, oh, please give a standing ovation. No, please give a standing ovation. Oh my, look at the time. Now, please give a standing ovation. I'll give you a dime. Now, please give a standing ovation.
Oh, so yeah. You're gonna, I'll use your second, honey. I'll use your second. So Sophia has written us an original poem, and we're gonna read it together.
Slides. You can go up slides, you can go down slides. But how come you cannot go in the middle? Is it just me or is it just you? Do you know? And you not stay in the middle? Why is that? Just why? Is it weird? It's weird, right? Well, that's the end, right? This poem it was written by Sophia.
Eileen and I are gonna read this together. Primera lluvia. Llueve. Oh, llora el cielo. First rain.
Is it raining or is the sky cloudy?
Ooh, beautiful. Did I get everybody from Club FMC? Everybody from Club FMC? Now our esteemed librarian from HJH. And now, Miss E from HJH is going to read from a newly published book by students at Hillsburg Junior High School.
Friendship in Nature by Melanie Nuno. I would rather walk with friend alone in the dark than alone in the light. When I'm with my friends, it feels like a sky is blooming with flowers, dancing through the waves of my life as my friend calmed the storms. My friend makes me peaceful like a beautiful flower field. Just like a bright tree, my friend stayed there for me. Someday by Viganes Martinez. Someday I will see my sister. Someday I will see my nephews. Someday I will have my own home. Someday I will get a job. Someday I will see all of my family on Christmas. Someday I will fall in love with someone. Someday I will work really hard. Someday I will go to Mexico. Someday I will travel. Someday I will have my own family.
Thank you, Ms. Lee, for coming down from HJH. One of these days, we'll all be there with you. All right, now we're moving on to HES. Gabriel Hernandez, ¿listo para leer?
I want to read. I want to read Letter to Nature. Dear Forest, when I think of you, I think of the brown leaves and tall trees. I pick up rocks and branches along the way. As I walk with my mom, remember me? Gabriel, remember me? I smell the sweet smell of pine trees and the fresh air. Remember me? I hear birds pecking on your pine cones and other birds chirping. Remember me? I taste the sweet tiny waffles that my dad brings for Aces. My tongue gets excited when the crunch in my mouth. It makes me think of bees making golden honey. Remember me? I see turtles in the pond laying on a log. They're sleeping in the shade. Remember me? I feel calm when I walk on your shady cool path. Remember me? Your friend Gabriel. Remember me?
Aiden Lopez, no Aiden today. Julian, come on up.
Hi, I'm Julian and I'm going to read Almost Perfect by Shel Silverstein. Almost perfect, but not quite. Those were the words of Mary and her at her seventh birthday party, looking around the ribbon room. This tablecloth is pink, not white, almost perfect, but not quite. Almost perfect, but not quite. Those were the words of grown-up Mary talking about her husband, Beau, the one she wasn't gonna marry. Squeezes me a bit too tight, almost perfect, but not quite. Almost perfect, but not quite. Those were the words of old Miss Bloom, teaching in the seventh grade. Reading papers in the gloom late at night up in her room. They never cross their sleeves just right. Almost perfect, but not quite. 98, the day she died, complaining about the spotless floor. People shook their heads inside. Guess that she'll like the heaven more. Up went her soul on feathered wings, out the door, up of sight. Another voice came from heaven, came almost perfect, but not quite.
Lauren. We've got a lot of self-esteem going on. Sounds good, huh?
I began with my toes. I never wanted so close. I wrapped my hair around my bed and down the way it goes.
Nicely done.
And next, an older student from HES, Chris Chateau.
Who ended up? Yeah, so I'm Chris. Nina and Arn's dad, and I have some poems from Shel Silverstein also. The first one is not loud enough. Okay. So this poem was written from before there were iPhones and YouTube and TikTok, but I think it's just as important today as ever. And it's Jimmy Jet and his TV set. I'll tell you the story of Jimmy Jet, and you know what I tell you is true. He loved to watch his TV set almost as much as you. He watched all day, he watched all night, till he grew pale and lean. From the early show to the late show, and all the shows between. He watched till his eyes were frozen wide, and his bottom grew into his chair. His chin turned into a tuning dial. An antenna grew out of his hair. And his brains turned into TV tubes, and his face to a TV screen. Two knobs saying Bert, and Horace grew where his ears had been. He grew a plug that looked like a tail, so we plugged in little Jim. Now instead of him watching TV, we all sit around and watch him.
Oh, yeah. Do you have another one for us?
I have more.
All right, on. We're not in a hurry. A good poem is worth waiting for.
Gotta memorize this one.
Right on.
So this is Chester. Chester come to school and said, "Darn, I growed another head." Teacher said, "It's time you knowed." The word is grew instead of grown. And this is the last one. This is my favorite. The search. I went to find the pot of gold, waiting where the rainbow ends. I searched and searched and searched and searched and searched and searched, and then there it was, deep in the grass, under an old twisty bough. It's mine, it's mine, it's mine at last. What do I search for now?
Qué bonito que vino un padre para leer con nosotros. Por el próximo año espero que vengan más padres para leer con nosotros. ¿No es cierto, amiga? Sería buena idea, right? Yeah. Y ahorita, Alexia. Nuestra amiga Alexia de HES tiene un poema para nosotros.
No smoking, no spitting, no lighting, no layering, no drinking, no eating, no parking, no speeding, no fishing, no floating, no swimming, no boating, no surfing, no hiking, no hunting, no biking, no running, no skipping, no skinny dipping, no volleyball players and spray can sprayers, no fly rod casters, no boombox blasters, no fresh leavers, no frisbee heavers. Hey, it didn't say no beavers.
Thank you, Alexia. And now, Nathan Peterson. ¿Listo, Nathan? Oh my gosh, Nathan's going to recite instead of read. He's memorized his. Wow.
Hello, my name is Ethan, and today I'll be reading Thumbs by Shel Silverstein.
You got it? You can do it. Oh, the thumbsuckers.
The thumbsucker's thumb may look wrinkled and wet and withered as white as the snow, but the taste of a thumb is the sweetest taste yet, as only we thumbsuckers know.
No.
That was amazing. And now we've got Daniela.
Eating was hot, but I don't when I eat, when I guess.
Elizabeth? And Elizabeth was going to be reading with her friend Mariela, but Mariela had to leave early, entonces Elizabeth lee dos poemas, una para ella y otra para su amiga Mariela.
Hi, my name is Elizabeth, and I'm gonna be reading two poems from Chicken to Rice. I will be reading September and August. In August, it will be so hot, I will become a cooking pot. Cooking soup, of course, why not? Cooking once, cooking twice, cooking chicken soup with rice. In September, for a while, I will ride a crocodile down the chicken soup Nile. Paddle once, paddle twice, paddle chicken soup with rice.
Thank you. And now our last group is from Club HES. Sofía, ¿lista para leer?
My name is Sophia, and I'm reading May Morning. You could see this isn't much of a morning. Cold mist across the meadow, the woods in patter, fog horns bleeding, the ocean drones like traffic on a highway. Owls hung out to dry are dripping from the line. When suddenly from around the sides of the house, a soft wind comes carrying the smell of lilacs.
Y ahorita, Sammy. Sammy has chosen a very long poem, and so she's only going to read part of it. She's abridging the poem.
I'm gonna be reading the missing piece. For Jerry. It was missing a piece and it was not happy. So it set off in search of its missing piece. And as it roared, it sang the song. I'm looking for my missing piece. I'm looking for my missing piece. Here I go, looking for my missing piece. Sometimes it bakes in the sun. But then the cold rain would come down.
Wow, doesn't that make you want to read the rest of that poem? So amazing. Thank you, Sammy. Very, very good. And now Luca.
Hello, my name is Luca, and today I'll be reading Sarah Cynthia Sylvia Stout Will Not Take the Garbage Out. Sarah Cynthia Sylvia Stout will not take the garbage out. She'd score the pots and scrape the pans, candy the yams and spice the hams. And now her body would scream and shout, she simply would not take the garbage out. And so it piled up to the ceilings, coffee, ground potato peelings. Brown bananas, rotten peas, chunks of sour cottage cheese. It filled the can, it covered the floor, it cracked the window, it locked the door. with bacon rinds and chicken bones, turkey ends of ice cream cones, prune bits, peach bits, orange peel, floppy buns of gold oatmeal, pizza crust and withered greens, soggy beans and tame greens, custard blackberry mutton toast, freshly bits of beef roast, the garbage with down alloy raised the river bubbles. Greasy napkins, cookie crumbs, globs of gooey bubble gum, cellophane and green balloony, rubbery, macaroni, peanut butter, caked and dry, curdled milk and crusts of pie, moldy melons, dried up mustard, eggshells mixed with lemon custard. Cold French fries and rancid meat, yellow lumps of flaming meat. At last the garbage reached so high that finally it touched the sky, and all of the neighbors moved away, and none of the friends would come to play. And finally Sarah sent the Sylvia out, said, "Okay, I'll take the garbage out." And once I rushed away, the garbage reached across the state from New York to the Golden Gate. Poor Sarah made an awful fate that I cannot right now relate because the hour is much too late. The children remember Sarah Stout and always take the garbage out.
Okay, you guys heard that. Always take the garbage out. Hay que sacar la basura. Okay, and now we are gonna wind up with our friend Logan.
Hello, my name is Logan, and today I'm going to read the Skin Stealer. This evening, I unzipped my skin and carefully unscrewed my head, exactly as I always do when I prepare myself for bed. And while I slept, a cuckoo came, as naked as could be, and put on the skin and screwed on the head that once belonged to me. Now landing on my feet, he runs through the street in a most disgraceful way, doing things and saying things I never would do or say. Tickling the children and kicking the men and dancing the ladies away. So if he makes the white eyes cry, makes the forehead spin, that scoundrel you see is not really me. He's the cuckoo who's wearing my skin.
Great work, Alma. Alma and I just want to thank every single one of you for raising readers and writers and reciters.
Queremos agradecerles por crear niños que les gusta la lectura y les gusta recitar y les gusta escribir.
Muy buen trabajo, padres.
And now, guys, I want all of our readers to please stand up. All of our readers, please stand up. And I want everyone to give them a big round of applause. Oh, how about a nice bow, everybody, all our readers, a nice bow to finish up. Come on by, everyone come by in camera, wave goodbye, and have a little special treat for all of our readers and a treat for all of our listeners. Good night, everybody. Adios. Adios. Grab a button. Thank you.